Life is expensive, really expensive. I'm going to say hi to my people that are jumping on here, and we'll get started just in a few seconds. So, Healthinator, hi Bill, how are you? John Tier, James, how are you? I see Craig's on here. Thank you, Craig. Love and appreciate. Hey, Matthew, my son, and Arthur, Kai, Melody. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll get started just right now. There we go. So here we go. Life is expensive, isn't it? I mean, come on. It's crazy. I want to share with you guys each really, really quickly that my whole entire life is expensive. And when you look at where people are today, and this morning, always, sort of catching up with today and stuff like that, gas prices are up, all the prices are up all over the world. The cost of electricity is gone up. It's like cost of houses have gone up. It's like everything. Life is expensive. Now, I know that I'm telling you something you already know, but here's the reason for creating this video. Sometimes we don't realize how much we think and worry about money and how it makes us anxiety and worry and depression. It just seems like it's hopeless at sometimes. And what we don't realize sometimes is when we have to make difficult decisions, when we look at our bank statements or any of that, and we start having to downgrade our lives. And let me share, I know you guys know this, but it's like maybe one of the first things you go through your bank statement and there's things that you've had on monthly, like, maybe an app or Spotify or Netflix or anything like that. And now you have to make mental decisions on which ones you're going to take away. The other thing is, maybe you used to go out to eat more than you used to. And now you're like, hey, I remember when things were rough, I made my lunch, right? I I didn't want to afford to go out and eat. And then we find out, oh my God, the prices of fast food is going up, you know? And when people start noticing this, it's like, oh my God, my Kyle, my youngest son, and my wife Terry, they went to Five Guys and they come back, we're feeding three people $50. Now, I'm very, very, very blessed, but it never ever stops you from thinking the way things used to be, right? And so when you're thinking about how expensive life is, what are the choices? See, mentally think, you know what? I need to get a little more money in my budget, right? And so when you start thinking about the possibilities, I could go to my boss, ask my boss, my supervisor, where I got my job, and I can very simply say to them, "Listen, is there, is there overtime available? Can I put in some more extra hours?" And we all sort of giggle because we probably think, but I would go ask. And then what we could say is, hey, what's the possibility of a raise? Is there any way I can get a raise, adjusted for inflation? What is some other things we could do? Maybe a part-time job. So if we can't get a raise or we can't get extra time, should we get an additional part-time job? And every one of these things are just incredibly not fun. It's not fun to get on a budget. It's not fun to start, lowering our standard of life and living and start, we used to have a big dream circle, right? New home, new car, vacation, whatever. And then what we realize is that our income circle gets smaller. And so we go, well, maybe we should buy a used car you know, um, put off thinking about buying a home for now. And it's like when you have to make those decisions and you do make those decisions, what do you think it does to your mindset? What do you think it does to your character and who you are? See, sometimes we don't realize that we have to make these decisions. And then when we make them, we just don't know why. It doesn't seem like life is enjoyable. And so, I remember going through this stuff, and not only did it get really, really bad, and not to brag, you can go to roberthollis.com/free and get a copy of my best-selling book, How Is That Working? Rat Race to Freedom. Um, I was at a position in my life where I lost my electricity. A lot of the stuff that I had on credit, I couldn't buy. I mean, couldn't pay the payments, so they come took it. I couldn't pay utilities. Like I said, I couldn't pay payments. I got a loan on my used car. Already went through the whole concept of the humiliation of actually selling stuff that I bought. I mean, I don't mind telling this story. You know, when things are going really, really good, I bought my wife, Terry, a full length mink coat. Now, don't get mad at me. This is back in the 80s. There's no way I could get her to do that today. Um, but she had a full length mink coat and some jewelry. And during our hard times, we went to the pawn shop, and it's like embarrassing. It's embarrassing, what I paid for that and what they were willing to give it to me for. And it was funny. We found out later that the woman that took care of us at the pawn shop um, actually called her husband to come down and ask us if we would this is what we would accept on pawn. So she said, I know this sounds out of the ordinary, but if I gave you cash for it right now, could I buy it for you from you instead of giving it to the pawn shop? And I think she not only wanted, and of course I had my wife with me. Oh my God, you know. And so I do get that things get rough in life, and you can really, beat yourself down. And then all of a sudden you got the regret, and you got the shame and the guilt, and all of this stuff. At one time, Terry and I were on governmental assistance. And Terry remembers we didn't have a car, no car. And then all of a sudden, Terry's saying, listen, I'm going to go to shopping for groceries on a different part of the town because she didn't want to be recognized. And I think a lot of times when people see Terry and I today, they don't think that we went through these awful, awful, awful times when things just look so hopeless, right? There's no light at the end of the tunnel. And so I just wanted to thank you very much, Bill, for the donation, the super chat. I really appreciate it. The kids will love it. Thank you so much. And so the next thing is, all right, so I need to do some other things, right? And so I remember doing a garage sale. I remember, doing odds and ends. I'd ask people if they needed anything done. And it was just like, man, you run out of things to do, right? And we live in a very unique world today, so people think that there's no way that they can figure out ways to earn extra income. When honestly, we live in a day where, in a time with AI and all the affiliate programs and the use of the internet and all of these social medias with literally billions of active people on it, that there is a way. And see, we still have these old thoughts in our mind about, well, I don't have any money, so I can't get involved in something. That's not true anymore. Listen closely. You can earn income today in numerous ways without investing a time. I mean, investing a dime. Now, it does take effort, right? So, this is one of those things that if you see any opportunities online that say, you don't have to do anything, I have not found that yet. I have not found that yet. But there's people today with all the different social medias. I know we hear right now in this time in this video, it's going to see how well that it stays relevant. But there's a lot of people, including dear friends of mine, like Santa Corky, that make a full time income on TikTok. See, I think that a lot of people, when they look at things, they go, I can't believe that person makes a full time income, or in some cases, millions of dollars on social media. So we always do this thing, right? We go, they can do it, I can't. No, that's a decision. See, a decision is the same as making one, is making a decision not to do anything. So every one of you know this for a fact. You can learn to dance. You can learn to speak a language. You can learn anything you want to learn by just very simply making a decision to do it and then putting a few minutes a day into it. You heard what I said, a few minutes. So, in my worst time ever, I got exposed to a person that just opened up my mind. And they go, Robert, did you know that you can actually earn income and not pay money and not have a job? I was like, what are you talking about? And see, immediately you got billions of people are like, that's too good to be true. You know, I don't care if you don't like Kylie Jenner. It doesn't make a difference. She's a billionaireess. I don't care if you don't like Taylor Swift. She's a billionaireess. See, there's people right now in the world that are winning, and they are winning huge, like Caitlin Clark. So as bad as the world seems to be, right now, there's more choices and more opportunities with affiliate programs from Microsoft to Apple to Tesla. All these companies have free affiliate programs, just like Amazon or Audible. You know, right now, my son and I, along with Craig, we make money on our YouTube channel where I'm showing this video live. So in the last little over a year, we've made over $16,000 from our YouTube channel. Why am I inspired to do that? I'm inspired to do that because other people have done it. See, my wife loves watching this TikTok, and this lady and her husband, they adopt or rescue spider monkeys. Now, listen, you know, I was just telling someone the other day, my wife loves watching animals, and she starts watching the spider monkey, deal on TikTok. They now are building their YouTube channel as well on social media. And the amount of stuff that people send them, they send them diapers, they send them food, they send them, things that the spider monkeys can play on, toys. And then they also send them money um, for showing a video live every day of them taking care of spider monkeys. And so, one of my favorite ones on YouTube all the time is this lady named Shirley. I believe she's 87 years old, has over 1 million subscribers um, on YouTube. And all she does is play video games. Another elderly woman that knits. All you do is you see her knitting. And so I want each and every one of you to understand that as the economy continues to get worse, and I'm not very optimistic about it, I just know that my mentor taught me 37 years ago to create my own environment, to create my own economy, to create my own reality and bubble of helping other people get out of that life is expensive. And see, here's another thing I think is really remarkable. And please, please, please reach out to me, make a comment here. On my YouTube channel, I have ways to get a hold of me on Telegram or via email. I'm here to help you for free. Now, listen, this is when people are just not interested in making things better in their life, is when they overthink and they have the wrong programming, garbage in, garbage out. So, I will help you for free. You heard me correctly. If you look at all the YouTube videos that I have, um, I have dedicated to sharing with you how to replace your income or how to just supplement your income. I'll say it again, for free. So if you do these little things and you just do them a little bit every day and just get a little better and little gooder every day, you can take that pressure away. And believe it or not, an extra $200 a month is huge right now. There's probably not a person that would watch this video live or record it that if I said, listen, reach out to me to Telegram and I'll send you $20. I'll send you $200. Yeah, people would go, I'm doing it. So please understand that, you know, while the economy is getting bad and there's always all this negative stuff, Mr. Rogers said it best, look for the helpers. And so in my darkest moments, I always found someone that they were winning. They were winning. And so when they can show you evidence of them winning and evidence of them showing other people winning, it's inspiring. It's like, wow, what if I could do this? What if it is as simple as it is? And that's when things can change. That's when the light at the end of the tunnel again, is not a train. You know what I mean? And when we're optimistic about the future, because if other people have built a following, you can build a following. The one thing that AI is never going to take away is us needing a connection from other people to help us feel better. That's never going to be taken away. And if it does, I really truly know it's going to be years from now. So that's my reason for building a YouTube channel is that while other people are getting laid off and they're worried about AI taking their income or replacing their job, wouldn't you want to build while you can a scenario that allows you to take care of yourself and your family? And the biggest one for me, again, is everyone out there says money doesn't buy happiness. Well, poverty doesn't buy happiness. Why is it that everyone says that money isn't important? I'll never forget when I heard this, and it says, yeah, but it's right next to oxygen. You know what I mean? When you can change your mindset and think money isn't evil, it's like, I got to pay my utility bills. I have to pay my mortgage. I have to pay for insurance. I have to pay for food. I have to pay payments on my cars. It's like people are like, money isn't important. Really? And I remember my sons saying this to me until they became independent. And now my youngest son, I think if you went to Matthew today, my son or Robert Hollis Jr., they would tell you money's important. And so now my youngest son just went to Japan, Tokyo, for 21 days and just enjoyed himself, just loves it. And now he comes back and he wants to do it more. And so the thing that people don't realize is there are business models out there, proven business models, that if you would stop listening to all the haters and all the negative opinions, you can't come up with anything that people wouldn't beat you up on. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? I could go out and say, I think being a mechanic is the number one thing in the world. And everyone's like, BS, that's not true. It doesn't make a difference what opinion you have or how you feel about something. There's a group of people that are going to, say that that's not so. So a lot of people out there are like, I don't want to be social. I'm antisocial. How's that working for you? So this consistency of consistently complaining and going, oh my God, the world's ending, and I might as well give up hope, and I'll never be able to afford a home, and I don't have enough money to ever become independent, not have to live with a bunch of roommates. You know what I mean? To have reliable transportation. It's like to be able to actually visit places in the world. No, money isn't the most important thing. Family is. And so, me being put on this planet and being introduced to individuals that have not a perfect way, because no way is perfect, but they do have a better way. And why wouldn't a person take the time to learn to, because the way to greatness is the service of many. And for someone to come up with an idea, I shared with my people on Inner Circle and Imaginators. I share with them, a guy that supports himself and his family by skipping rocks. You know what I mean? I used to always say this is like, don't you guys for those of you that are young, you're gonna go, no one fell for this. But it was called a pet rock. In my generation, a guy made millions of dollars by coming up with pet rocks. Had nice little homes and boxes that he put them in, and then, people would buy them. And then when that trend disappeared and everyone sort of laughed at it, then what he did is he got people to pay him they sent the rock back to him and he sent them a death certificate. And I know we hear about this crazy stuff all the time, but we live in a world, it's like people are like, why? Who would watch people with spider monkeys? Who would watch somebody knit? Who would watch someone play video games? Who would watch a podcast? Who would download? Who would download 300 million downloads of Taylor Swift's new album and songs in the first 24 hours? See, I think that a lot of people don't realize that, people are winning today faster than they ever have, simpler than they ever have, less effort than they ever have. Back in the day, they used to say this thing all the time is find the thing that you would love doing every day and you would do it and not get paid. So again, that question I always ask everybody is hey, what if money wasn't an issue anymore? For whatever reason, you got an inheritance of someone you didn't know, or you won the lottery, something, right? And not only after all of it's really given to you and you pay the taxes on it and everything, and you actually see this in your bank account and you go, now what? Now what? I don't have to do anything for money anymore. Now what? Excuse me. So now you get the imagine. See, that's when you start using your imagination. What would I do? What would I do? So, see, don't tell me that money's not important. Because right away, some people go, well, I'm going to give money to charity. Now that you have money, why aren't you doing it now? I don't have enough. I'm taking care of some of my family and friends. Why don't you do that now? I don't have enough money. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a really nice car and a really nice home. Why don't you do that now? Oh, because I don't have the money. So when you have money, you use money as a tool to bless yourself and bless the people that you love and bless others. Isn't that crazy? There's a whole show, a reality show of this guy, my wife loves watching it, that when people win the lottery, he finds their lottery dream home. So wait a minute. When people do have money, they do change things. So, what if you had that imagination of, oh my God, if I won the lottery, this is what I would do for the people I love. This is what I would do for charity. This is what I would set up. See, if you have that imagination now, then you simply just have to ask yourself, there's got to be a way. See, that's what I did. I not only asked for help, but I go, man, there's got to be a better way. And now there's AI that you can talk to. What are some ways to make some extra money? You're going to see affiliate marketing in there. You're going to see people that make money on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat. It's like, come on, you guys. So, if there was a simple and easy way that you would look at a couple of short videos and go, wait a minute, is that all he does? Is that truly all he does? Because there is one other place on the side of money, is when you no longer have to worry about it and that worry and that despair goes away. And so then what you do with that money is you start helping others and you use your times and your gifts to help others get to where you are. They always have said that, there's more joy in giving than receiving. And I know for a fact that that's true. I know for a fact that's true. That's why I help people out. That's why I give a lot of money to charity. That's why I give money to to orphans that I support. Jesus Way with Matthew and Angel. You can go on my YouTube channel and see the things that Terry and I've been blessed to help people with. And so there is a better life than what you have right now. But I think you first thing you got to do is stop lying to yourself that life isn't expensive and that money is not important. See, that worshiping and loving of money is above all things. And boy, the media and the shows and the TV and the movies, they're great at reminding us how bad people with money is. So you can't ever become what you despise. If you hate people and you hate wealthy people and you hate billion and trillion dollar companies that allow us to have an affiliate link so that if we share it with others, that we can supplement, eventually double and replace our income. It's like virtually every company out there has a way to become an affiliate with them. CVS. I got a video just on affiliate marketing. And so, what if what I'm saying is true? That I will show you how to bring extra income into your family and to free up that despair and worry and eventually have freedom. What if it was true? See, my belief is if others can do it, you can do it. And so life is expensive, but there's also ways of things that you can learn to do that if you're just consistent in doing them, like everything in life, if you spent 10 minutes a day learning a new language, one day you would have that language down. It's just a decision, right? Then it's commitment. And then nothing none of that happens unless you have imagination of a better life. So please reach out to me or someone that shared this video with you and go, hey, let me check out those little videos of little things that I could do uh, to start changing the direction. Um, because if things are going to continue to get worse, I need to not worry about that for me and my family. Yeah, isn't it funny? There's a whole group of people in the world. That's something I should Google. Is there's a whole group of people in the world that are preppers, right? They're preparing for this bad stuff to happen. And just like the first millionaire, look it up on Google. The first millionaire in California were not the people that went there to get gold. It was the guy that gave them the tools to go find the gold. The picks, the shovels, the the things that you move, the plots of land. And what was so amazing is when these people quit, they would always come back to him like a pawn shop and he could buy everything that they bought from him a few months ago for pennies on the dollar and sell them to the next person that got in and quit. See, I've said this on other videos. I have quit learning how to play guitar when I was young. I have quit playing trumpet. There was a lot of things that I've quit in my life. Working a job, being an auto mechanic. There was a lot of things that I've quit. And I always thought, wow, it'd be cool to pull out a guitar and play a song and impress somebody, or play the trumpet, or get on the dance floor and just talk a different language. I still don't know a different language. I should. Then all of a sudden AI comes out and my son Matthew sends me a video of me speaking Spanish. It's like I'm watching myself and my mouth is speaking fluent Spanish and my lips are moving with the Spanish words. And I'm just going, man, I'm excited about the future. I am more excited now about what's coming. And it's because I'm on the other side of worrying about the government or other people or AI hurting me, hurting me. Don't you think you should learn something like that? I think you should. So if not now, when? If not, who? Who? You. And if not this, then what? Right? So I love and appreciate you. I hope this video helped you. Thanks everyone for jumping on here. And of course, super chatters. I love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Let me be the first. My mentors did that for me. So we're here to help you every way. Hope to hear from some of you and talk to you soon. Bye for now.